So I appreciate you. Let's go back to a question. Thoughts on Chimaev? Khamzat Chimaev. I think Khamzat Chimaev is the future of the welterweight and middleweight division. His ability to take people down and beat them up, the way he mauls people, similar to how Khabib mauls people, and then knocking out Meerschaert like he did in that first exchange, the first 20 seconds of a fight. So he's shown that he's got power in his hands. He's shown that he's able to control people on the ground and dominate people on the ground. Bright future. I believe he's going to be a future champion. Would you take the fight against Nate Diaz? I would absolutely take the fight against Nate Diaz. Right now, I came into the UFC. The UFC wanted to give me a top 5 guy right away. So, of course, I want a top 5 guy. That's why I'm fighting Dan Hooker. When I beat Dan Hooker, I think Nate Diaz could be a fight that I'm interested in. But as I just got done saying, I really only want to take fights that are going to get me close to that title shot. Now, if maybe Conor and Poirier, maybe Conor wins the fight, and then Conor said he's going to wait out, maybe fight Manny Pacquiao. Maybe they want Diaz to fight Conor again because that's a huge fight. Chandler versus Diaz, winner of that fights Conor for the title later in the year. I'd be down with that. But there's no doubt that I would pick Nate Diaz up, slam him on his neck. That long, skinny, fat body. He's out of shape. He hasn't really fought much in the last couple of years. So I'd be down with that. Midwest boy from High Ridge, Missouri, fighting the kid from Lodi, California. I would love that. So we shall see. What do we got? There's some long ones in here. I can't read them. Plans for 2020. So I'll give you my quick clip notes. So what I have planned right now: go out, beat Dan Hooker here in a couple days. Make a statement. Make it known that I'm one of the best lightweights in the world, that I deserve a title shot by the end of the year. Number 2, my wife, the beautiful Bree Chandler, has us set up with a little trip to Florida to go pick out a townhome condo. We're buying a townhome down in Florida so I can travel back and forth and make life a little bit easier. Then we're going to Scottsdale, Arizona with our best friends, Jimmy and Sarah Randolph, and their little daughter. Then we are going to Blue Sky Lodge out in Salt Lake City, Park City, which is one of the places that we spent an anniversary. We're going dog sledding and ice fishing. My wife is so sweet. She set this stuff up. Then we're going to go to Mexico. So those are my plans so far. Then right after that, go back into training camp, beat somebody up, hopefully win that title by July. If not, win that title by the end of the year. Those are my plans so far. Any advice to college wrestlers? Great question. You guys know that I'm a wrestler. I love wrestling. I would not be sitting here today about to be the co-main event on a huge pay-per-view, fighting in the UFC, and winning multiple world titles in my past career without the sport of wrestling. The best advice that I can give to a college wrestler: 2 things. Number 1, I promise you, okay, if you're a college wrestler, you're probably, maybe you're still in high school, maybe you're in college. I promise you, the parties will always be there. The drinks will always flow. The girls will always be there to chase. But the opportunity that you have in those 4 or 5 years in college to disregard those things, don't do what those guys on your team are doing and chasing the girls and chasing the parties and chasing the late nights. Give those things up for a couple of years. Pour yourself fully into your craft. Listen, I missed out on what everybody called the college experience, okay? I missed a lot of parties. Wasn't chasing girls, wasn't chasing the party, wasn't chasing the drinks, wasn't chasing the good time, okay? I was focused on winning a national title. I didn't win that national title, but I know that when I graduated, I left no stone unturned, and I could answer that question honestly and without regret. Michael, did you do everything that you possibly could to become a national champion? I believe that I did, physically. Now, the second part of that is I don't think that I did everything mentally to be a national champion. I said I wanted to be a national champion, yet I didn't truly believe it. Believe in yourself. Find ways to believe in yourself. Number 1, you can always work hard, but that's only going to get you so far. Believe that you deserve great things. Build your mind just as much as you build your body. Not to mention focusing on not putting so much pressure on yourself, focusing on being successful, not being perfect. I'll say that again. Focus on success, not perfection. The more you try to think that you can be a combat sports athlete, wrestling, mixed martial arts, sambo, kickboxing, any sport, the more you focus on thinking that you can be perfect, it's just going to be a detriment. Perfectionism leads to subpar performances, being too hard on yourself, and making the sport and the thing that you are chasing not as fun. Okay? I know it sounds like an oxymoron. Well, shouldn't I want to be perfect? Shouldn't I want to give my best? Shouldn't I want to never lose? Shouldn't I want to never give up and take down? Shouldn't I want to never be scored upon? Yes, you should, of course. But when you do, realize you got to pick yourself back up, dust yourself back off, move forward with reckless abandon, move forward with complete disregard to your previous failures and your future opposition. Focus on success, not perfection. And number two, I'm telling you right now, guys, I'll be 34 years old right now. If I want to go party, I can go party. If I want to go drink, I can go drink. If I want to go have some fun with some friends, I can go have some fun with some friends. The party never stops. It will be there for the rest of your life. The bars will never close. The alcohol brands will never close up shop. Disregard those things. Pull those things out of your life and realize that you have a short window of opportunity to do everything that you possibly dreamed of to get to a goal that will edify you and carry you on into the rest of your life. That's what I did, and that's why I am where I am today. So the parties will always be there. Focus on success, not perfection. Great question. I saw John Anik in here. Man, I saw John Anik said something as I was talking. Almost threw me off my game. But anyways, shout out to John Anik, man. Can't wait to see John Anik. I know he's got a really busy week. The man with the golden voice on the microphone, on the UFC broadcast, doing 3 shows this week and all kinds of shoulder programming and stuff, I'm sure. And I'm sure he's probably having some side conversations with all the producers and all the people there to try to get me on the mic, to try to get me on the desk, to try to get me next to him. I'm sure he's doing all those kinds of things. Love you, John. I'll see you on Fight Island soon. Let me see if I can't bring someone on here. Remember, guys, if you're in the request, make sure that you, A, speak English, because I can't speak any other languages, and B, are willing to come on, ready to ask me a question and tell me where you're broadcasting from.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, hi, how are you? Tell us your name and where you're broadcasting from.
Igor, my name is Igor, man. I'm a reporter from Moscow, Russia.
Oh my gosh,
Hey,
Igor
Michael.
from Moscow, Russia.
how are
amazing
you?
is it? Tell us your name and where you're broadcasting from.
Igor, my name is Igor, man. I'm a reporter from Moscow, Russia.
Oh my gosh, Igor from Moscow, Russia. How amazing is this? What's up, man? It's almost fight week. Great to connect with you.
Yeah,
You got it.
glad to see you. Do you have a problem with flight? Why are you in Vegas still?
Yeah, so we actually we got the flight pushed back one day, it looks like. I don't really know what the details are, nor if I did know what the details are, would I divulge them, because I don't want to put anybody else's business out there. But all I know is we're here in Vegas for an extra day. No big deal. Got to figure that out. Got to kind of pivot and make some changes. Working out twice today, and then hopping on the flight tomorrow, I believe. So, how's Russia? Is Russia freaking freezing right now?
Many snow here, but snowing really Russian winter.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Badly than in Fight Island. So Khabib today met with Dana White. He's still UFC champion.
Yep.
Do you think will he return?
Man, I don't know. I'm the kind of guy that I've been around enough high-level athletes, world-class athletes like Khabib. I haven't been around Khabib, but I've been around enough world-class athletes. Listen, Khabib Nurmagomedov is the greatest combat sports athlete of all time. Undefeated. He's looked so impressive. He's looked unbeatable in virtually every single aspect, every single fight that he's been in. So when a guy like that, he's set for life financially, he's set for life athletically, all of us are still chasing the gold. We're still chasing the dreams and the goals. I mean, how many more goals can Khabib really chase? He's done it all. He's won the world title. He's held the world title. He's undefeated. He can't. It looks like he can't be beat by so many people. So I take him at his word. I think if he said he's not coming back, he's not coming back. However, if there was anybody to coax him to come on back, I think it would be Dana White. So we'll see what the meeting, what the results of the meeting were after this weekend or after today. If he doesn't come back, that leaves a wide open lightweight division. It's up for grabs for all of us. But either way, I wish Khabib well in retirement. I hope he enjoys it. And I know there's so many eyeballs, as you know, as a man from Moscow, Russia, there's so many eyeballs on him. That part of the world, he's got a whole world, he's got the whole side of the world, a whole religion on his back. They all look to him for inspiration. He's inspiring millions and millions of his fellow countrymen. And he doesn't have to come back into the UFC octagon to do that. He's set his legacy in stone. So we will see. All I know is if he does come back, I would love to get a shot at fighting him. 30-0. He's got to beat somebody. Why shouldn't it be me? Beat me if he can. So we'll see. But I wish him well in retirement, and I wish him well if he comes back. He's the greatest of all time, and it's an honor to watch him compete inside that octagon.
Man, a few words about Dan Hooker, your next opponent.
Dan Hooker
Are you in your rules? It's your debut.
Yeah, my debut. It's a tough fight. Dan Hooker is one of the toughest draws in the division, one of the toughest fights in the division. He is got phenomenal physical attributes, from his size to his height to his ability to take damage and then also give damage. His fight IQ. He's got the perfect mixture of a high fight IQ, but also willingness to abandon that fight IQ and just brawl as well. So that's a scary guy to fight. So either way, I knew I was going to be thrown into the deep end of the lightweight division. I knew I was going to be thrown into the shark tank that is the most electrifying division inside the UFC, which is the 155 pounds. I'm excited to go out there and compete. I think he is a very tough test, but a test that will answer some questions of who is Michael Chandler, how good is he, and is he UFC champion caliber? We get the answers to all those questions here in about a week.
Yeah, so many people wrote to me, many fans, Michael Chandler signed with UFC, and UFC already gave him top opponent. But fighters who fought many years in UFC, seems like Islam Makhachev, they hasn't really top opponents. What have you said to these fans?
I think every single signing with the UFC, whether it be a more high-profile free agent signing like me, or a guy like Makhachev, or even anybody who comes into the organization, they got to work their way up. I get it. There's a lot of scrutiny about where I've been thrown into in the lightweight division, but the UFC has faith in me to be able to go out there and fight these guys in the top 5. We'll see where I land, tomorrow, next week, next Saturday night. But a guy like Islam Makhachev, I did some research after he originally fell off the card a couple months ago. I took a lot of scrutiny for saying I didn't really know who it was. I don't pull that punch back. I don't mince words. I didn't really know of him that much. He wasn't a guy that was really on the radar as one of the top lightweights. After doing some research, he is a top lightweight, obviously. I think he's underrated. I think he's a guy who will be contending for the title in the next couple of years. I wasn't going to throw myself into a short notice fight just because someone fell off a card. So I took a lot of scrutiny from a lot of Russian fans because of that. But it's the fight game. I got my promoters. The promoters never offered me that fight. Had they, we would have had to make a decision and figure it out. But as of right now, we fight Dan Hooker in a couple days. Who knows? Maybe myself and Makhachev will fight down the line. I know Khabib said anybody who beats him might get a shot at Khabib. So that could be something I'm interested in. We shall see.
Yeah, right.
So
Michael, you're 34. You're still young, but not young. So
yeah.
What's your goals? You was Bellator champion. Why do you need to new life to sign with UFC? Why do you need it?
I just wanted to push myself. Listen, man, there's going to come a time down the line when I hang up those gloves for the last time, and I had to ask myself, did I do everything that I possibly could with these God-given abilities? Not to mention the fact that I think about 40-year-old Michael. I think about 45-year-old Michael when I got to lay my head on the pillow at night. And I always knew that pillow was going to feel like a 50-pound cinder block if I didn't go to the UFC and fight the best guys in the entire world, because I know that I would have left questions unanswered. I would have left a stone unturned. So here I am, throwing myself into the deep end of the UFC lightweight division, seeing where I come out on the other end. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the opportunity, and 7 days away. Let's go get it. So I appreciate all the questions, man. I'm gonna go grab somebody else so I can share the love. So much love for Russia. Hope to make it out there sometime in the near future. I appreciate you, Igor.
Thank you, brother. Nice to meet you.
Yes,
my
sir.
My followers wrote in Russia. They are in shock about my English. So.
Oh no, hey, not bad, man. Not bad. It's not bad. So
I know. I love it.
Connect, man. God bless you, and I'll see you at the top.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye. And now this.
Hey,
so we had a guy from
how
England,
are you? Tell
a guy
us
from
your
Russia.
name and where you're broadcasting
How amazing
from.
is this that we can have this many people hopping on here and connecting with all these people from across the world? Let me ask her another question. Thoughts on Stipe Miocic? I think Stipe is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. You know, there's a lot of people who are putting him in as the greatest heavyweight of all time when it comes to title defenses, when it comes to resume. I believe he's fighting Francis Ngannou next, which is a phenomenal matchup. Anytime Francis steps into the octagon, everybody watches. He's a scary guy. I think Stipe has all the attributes to be able to beat him. I also think Francis has the power to be able to knock out Stipe. So we shall see. But I think he's phenomenal, and I think he's a good man. Anybody who is a first responder, firefighter, throwing himself into the fire literally and figuratively every single day, throwing himself into the fire, burning buildings, running in there. Everybody wants to believe about themselves that they would be the one that would run into a burning building to save somebody's life. But then they feel the heat. Then they feel the heat. Then they feel the flames. Then they feel the pressure, the waves of heat coming at them. That's what Stipe does every single day, running in there, saving people's lives. Then he throws himself into the figurative fire of the UFC octagon, defending his belt. It's nothing short of amazing. It's absolutely awesome. So that's what I believe of him. How do your roles with Durinho go? Well, do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to lie to you? Pretty competitive, but man, in the wrestling department, I can hang with him, obviously. But man, when it comes to ground fighting, when it comes to pressure, when it comes to a guy who made lightweight somehow, I have no idea how he made lightweight. This guy's walking around at 205 pounds, 209 pounds. He's a large human being. I can't believe he ever made 155. Him fighting Kamaru Usman here in about a month is going to be a phenomenal fight. I'm going to be tuning in. Submission-wise, man, he catches me in submissions all the time. You think you're out of it, and then he just stays so tight, so strong, such good positions, such dominant positions. He's one of the greatest grapplers I've ever grappled with, ever moved around with in my entire life, and it is awesome to be a teammate of his. How's the weight? I'm about 171 right now, so 15 pounds over. It's coming down nicely. Obviously, the extra day here is going to throw things off a little bit, because then I still got to go quarantine for 2 days in Abu Dhabi. But hey, man, it's part of it. You can't choose your circumstances, but you can choose your thoughts. So indirectly, yet assuredly, you choose your circumstances. Got to answer the question about Conor. What do you think about Conor? Well, it's kind of a vague question. I think a lot of things about Conor, but I think the most basic of Conor McGregor is what I always said was he's not as good as he thinks he is, but he's better than we thought he was. And that's only just a testament to his self-belief. He believes that he is the greatest of all time, and that's what you have to be as a fighter. But I do believe that he is better than all of us thought he was. You know, just because he was a brash, fast-talking, witty Irishman coming in and had a whole country behind him, all of us said, "Oh, he's all hype, he's all talk, he's all trash talk, he's all bluster and blunder." But the man has shown that he is a world-class mixed martial artist. He is a world-class athlete. And he's done nothing